This is On the Money with Ryan Wheelis, financial advisor and the founder of Allied Wealth. Offices all around the Texas area. If you're listening to us on the radio, if you're on our YouTube channel right here, just click, give us a call. We can have a conversation. 30 minutes, 60 minutes, what's on your mind, especially if you are Gen X, especially if you're that 10 years out from retirement and you're wondering, have you saved enough? We've highlighted a few different areas. While accounts are doing well, that could be from the run-up of the markets, at least currently, when we're broadcasting today, right now. Dow Jones over 43,000. But there's another faction of the marketplace that I'm really worried about. The numbers are even worse for them
it's
as
mom.
a group. It's mom and grandma, your sisters,
or wife,
aunts and uncles. It's the women out there, folks. The women are coming up.
Uncles, women aren't uncles, Spike. You said uncles, aunts and uncles.
Oh, did
it's
I?
It's aunts. You did. I know. They're kind of synonymous with each other, but you know.
I phrase that together: grandmas and grandpas, aunts and uncles. But it is. It's our aunts out there. It's our sisters. It's our spouses. Look, Ryan. I mean, come on. The actuary tables. Who's going to live longer? Very likely, who's going to live longer? You or Callie?
Callie's 12 years younger than me, so I hope for her for sure.
Even same age, two of us, and it doesn't happen a lot, but if you married your high school sweetheart, I had three of my cousins all married their high school sweethearts. Very proud of them, very happy for them. But they're still going to have, very likely, wives who are going to outlive them by 5, 10, 15 years. And when it comes to the workplace, if they are having children, that's going to be time out of the workplace. If they want to enjoy some of those childhood years with the kids, maybe not driving as much towards their own career, which means they're not putting as much into Social Security. It's the female wage gap, the retirement crisis. Who do you think we need to address more right now, Ryan? The fellas me and you, or our sisters and our aunts?
No, and Spike, this burns me up. I might upset some people. I've been known to do that, but folks, I'm pretty candid. I don't sugarcoat things. The thing that frustrates me the most is we call them roosters, okay? And the rooster comes to our retirement master classes that we host all over Houston, or they hear us on the radio and call our answering service and the people that answer the phones to the radio show. And they book an appointment with us. Or they get on to retirenowhouston.com and see all the awesome resources we have and go to our Calendly link up there and book an appointment with us that way. But in all cases, the rooster comes in, and it's a single man in his 60s, and he's usually wearing shorts, by the way, okay? And he comes in, and he sits down at the table. He orders at the conference room table, he orders a black cup of coffee, no sugar, no cream, and has one piece of paper. And on that piece of paper is his spreadsheet. And he walks in the office, and he sits down, and we sit down with him, and I go, is Mrs. Jones here? And my admin says, no, she's not. I'm like, okay. Did the gentleman walk in with a single sheet of paper? Yes, he did. Okay. So I walk in the office, and I go to the conference room. I go, listen, we are very, very big on financial planning in this office. And under no circumstance can we do a proper written financial plan if your spouse is not here. And I see by the wedding ring on your finger that you've got a spouse. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, she's not involved in this stuff. I'm like, well, that's a lie. And if she's not, she needs to be. Because, sir, here's the problem. She's going to outlive you. Okay? And there's going to be a strong chance that one day her and I are sitting at this conference room table, and I've done it time and time again, ladies, okay? And you're not in the picture. And it is so important for me and my advisors on my team and my staff to have a relationship with her before you go meet your maker. We won't do it any other way. And ladies, if you got that husband, good for you. He's probably saved well and prepared well for retirement. But I strongly encourage you to get involved, because statistically, you are going to outlive your husband. Women, Spike, starting now into the next 10, 12, 15 years, will control the majority of the wealth in the United States, because their husbands will die off and they are now in control of all the dollars. All right? Mm-hmm. Ladies, you are going to be the one to find out if your husband's retirement plan worked or not. So shouldn't you be involved? I think so. Shouldn't you have some predictability some guarantees built in place that you have income as long as you have breath in your body without taking on too much risk, without being in a situation to where the economy or the stock market or interest rates can ruin your retirement and ruin you late in life, to where you may not want to work, maybe not physically able to work, or just don't want to do it at all, right? You had peace of mind and security. Now it's gone because you weren't involved with the retirement plan. Your husband passed away, and you have no idea about all this stuff. And, you're in a situation where he was taking too much risk. The market crashes on you, and now you are the one to bear the brunt of that risk and what life can be like after that happens, all right? And Spike, one of the other things that we spend a lot of time on, this is hard. It's amazing.
Say it. I know. I can tell you're trying to find the right way to say it. I know you better. Right? Just say it, man.
The lack of understanding around this very simple fact. When you are married and you file a tax return, you're filing a joint tax return. That's what you do. However, when you have a spouse die, the surviving spouse has 1 year left to file a tax return, okay, as a joint filer. After that year, they have to go and start filing as a single filer. So I can keep a married couple in the 12% tax bracket with $124,000 a year in income, and your money goes a long way in that 12% tax bracket. But when you go to single filers, okay, you're going to go up to about to a 22% tax bracket, which means your income is going to be about half that. So if you had $124,000 a year married in 12% bracket, you're now going to be at $62,000 a year in income. All right, to stay in that 12% tax bracket. But if you go above that, guess what? That income, the other half of your income, is now taxed at 22%. So because you lost the ability to file in the better, more favorable single joint filer tax brackets, you're now filing in single filer brackets, you're paying substantially more tax on your remaining income. But there's one more thing, Spike. The Social Security check.
Yeah.
Right? Because one of the Social Security checks stops coming in. The larger one stays. But I've got this husband right now. I'm battling with him. I may lose his business over it, by the way, but I don't care because I know I'm right. And his wife knows I'm right, too. She's much younger than him. I am begging him to take his Social Security at 70. He's like, well, I'm doing it at 62. I want to get every dime out of the system. It's not going to be around for me. I'm like, dude, it ain't about you. She's 10 years younger than you are. When you die, she gets the bigger Social Security check. Let's wait until 70 and let her worry about getting all the Social Security out of the system that she can, and not you, because when you die, I want her to have a really big Social Security check. Because if she finds out that the Social Security check you left her, $1,000 a month, is what she's got, but had you listened to Ryan and waited until 70, she'd get $3,500 a month. When she learns that, after you've died, she's going to wake you up and kill you all over again.
I know.
And I don't want you to die twice, sir. Yeah. It's like we're trying to make some fun of this, right? But that's the reality.
But it's true.
It's true. It's true. So it's about understanding the plan. It's about understanding the tax situation. It's about understanding Social Security situation. And ladies, I know it's complex. I know it's boring. And listen, hey, I want to be very clear. I know there's some power ladies out there that run the household, run the money, are the breadwinners in the family. And I know you're out there. And I'm not trying to say that you're not by saying the things I'm saying in this segment. But I will tell you the majority of the time I see it go the way I'm talking about. And I'm trying to get those ladies out there to wake up and hear what I'm saying and listen to me. Because, folks, you're going to find yourself in a situation at some point in time where you're going to go back and say, man, I heard Ryan's podcast, I heard Ryan's radio show years ago, and he was right. I really wish I would have listened to him. So, folks, again, it's about the investments. It's about the income plan. It's about the tax plan. It's about, should I do Roth IRA conversions right now so my wife doesn't get caught up in that single filer versus joint filer tax bracket situation when I die? What about our legacy and estate planning? It's about all these things. But ladies, you need to have, in fact, what I believe to be a better handle on the situation than your husband does.
If you are watching us on the YouTube channel, feel free to call the phone number, go to the website, go to retirenowhouston.com, schedule an appointment. You can call us if you're listening on the radio program right now on the weekend, 844-944-7555. Ryan, would you even say, if we've got our wives or spouses out there, they don't know if they're part of the retirement plan, are they able to call you on the phone number? How do I get this conversation started?
For sure. For sure. And you're going to have to get him to come in here, and he's probably not going to like it. But guess what? You got to tell him, hey, honey, I'm going to be the one that's around to find out if this thing works or not. So I want to go talk to Ryan, and I have enough confidence in you, honey, to seek a second opinion and make sure that things are being done the right way.
Call the phone number, 844-944-7555. Thank you so much for listening on the radio to On the Money with Ryan Wheelis. He's the founder of Allied Wealth Financial Advisor. He's got teams of financial advisors who can help you all around the Texas area. And if you're watching us on the YouTube, you can call the phone number as well. We can help you anywhere around the country. Thank you so much for listening. Take your retirement into your own hands. Work with a financial advisory team who can help you. Ryan, say goodbye real quick.
We'll see you next time, folks. Have a great week.